Have you seen Death Note? Because L, who's always eating sweets, the genius investigator whose identity they keep secret because he's too smart and it has to be protected, and he's always eating sweets to fuel his genius thinking. You know that glucose is the only thing that this is just the limit of what I know, is the only thing that crosses the blood-brain barrier, so it's the only thing that can nourish the brain, which goes along with L saying you can eat sweets, and as long as you use them, you won't get fat. I just had, look at this. This is how big this Snickers is. Okay? And now look at this. This is how big this Milky Way is. Like these are the and I did that yesterday, maybe the day before that, and the day before that. And before I took these medicines, antipsychotics, weight-inducing drugs, I would do that and worse every day, and I wouldn't gain a pound. I used to think you couldn't do that. I mean, I guess, you furthest, you can. But I mean, the only thing I was doing every day was just thinking. I was on a dopamine, just, like Miltank and Pokemon, just a dopamine rollout. I consumed actual meals minimally, the absolute minimum, and it was just straight dopamine. Maybe I could go 2 whole days without an actual meal. Just fueled by sugar. Because I was miseducated to think, just these people who want to advance, but they're mistaken on how. The issue is solved. You don't have to keep bringing up the issue, right? I was miseducated, sweets were made out to be evil. You must eliminate completely eliminate. It cannot exist. M&Ms don't exist. They poof, they just disappeared off all store shelves in the world. They don't exist. And the only thing you eat is they can find a way to make anything bad. I found a way to make meat bad. A steak can be perfectly healthy. Isn't that red meat? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just there's nothing intrinsically wrong with any food. And I guess that's the issue I want to get to. Is there really anything intrinsically wrong with sugar? If you, I don't know, consider, sugar cane? It does seem to me that the world does need high sources of calories in emergencies. Oh, because you'll never encounter an emergency in your life, ever. You're hunting, and you need a high source of energy to get you through the hunt. So you have to take that. I don't know. I was never able to prove this I was always not believed by my family. But then I saw this Irish guy on YouTube, and I saved the clip. I took a screenshot of him so I could save the evidence, saying this is why you can do all this and not get fat. Because your body, even if you're just staying in bed all day, is still burning calories. Like, you spend all 24 hours in bed. You can't even, like, you have a catheter, and that's how you go pee, and you just sit up to poop in a toilet by the bed. That's how extreme I'm getting. Like, and you're still burning calories. How are you burning all these calories? You don't do anything. I was sick. Stayed in my room all day for months, eating like this. How did you not get fat? In comparison, you're like, because like everything is being, misconstrued by our greed, our wish to advance. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to move forward, but, don't make mistakes based on your illusions. Oh, you think the body only burns calories when you're out walking? It's all relative. And then a runner, during my anorexic phase, a runner will think, oh, walking doesn't do anything. But a person who walks will know that it does something. You just have to get to the root base of everything. No illusions, no thoughts invading, because people will run through thoughts like, oh, should I eat this candy bar? But in their consideration of whether they should eat it, in their moral of whether they should eat it, they've already considered what other people will think. But it goes so fast and it's so habitual that it doesn't even register anymore. So there is a thing with following laws and then following norms. But you're really not obligated to follow any norm. You're obligated only to the law. Because the norm is there by the privilege that society has agreed that it works. But the norm is always being updated. So either you want to get comfortable and then you fall behind, you want to enforce a norm onto other people because it's convenient for you. Meanwhile, they're updating and you're the one falling behind. Okay. I'm telling you, like, during this time, like October 2016 to like February 2017, every day, like, I was consuming, like just in that time period, there were times when I was consuming like a whole bag of Snickers and like 3 of those cases of Reese's, it was Snickers, Reese's, and Kit Kats, and it would be like a whole bag of Snickers and like the whole case of Kit Kats, in which there were 8 of the packs of 2, and Reese's, in which there were 8. I'm insisting on this because there's something that people aren't appreciating, despite everything I've said. It's that You know, we're all out here discovering. So it could be that you know something. How miserable it must be to live contained in morals that are not even yours. But some people take it, as the lesser of two evils, and they cope with it for a long time, coming to love their chains.